Hello, today I'm going to show you how to thread up and barrel tack on a Brother S7000 DD 403. First of all, I'm going to show you how to do the bobbin wind. First of all, you're going to need a bobbin. Now, before you want to do this, you want to make sure that your bobbin case is not inside the machine and that your presser foot is lifted up manually. Then you want to leave your machine off while you do this. You want to place in your bobbin, and then you get your thread and you place it through one hole that is located behind this pre-tension disc. You want to make a 180 degrees turn around the two discs, in between the two discs, so that your thread is going in between them, and then through the other hole over here. Then, once you've done that, you want to go twice around your bobbing, and then, once you've done that, you want to go once around the other way. And you also want to make sure that you secure it by getting this thread and turning it the other way, around twice. Then, once you've done that, you want to turn on your machine, and you want to get this hook, and you want to push it towards the needle, so that the needle pushes itself in this sort of way. Then, once you think you're ready, you press your pedal with your foot, going forward. And your bobbin should start threading up. Then, as you can clearly see, this hook flicks out and the machine would stop threading up your bobbin instantly. It stops, as long as this hook has flicked out. Then, once you've done that, you cut your thread and you take out your bobbin. Now I'll show you how to correctly place your bobbin into your bobbin case and insert it into the machine. So, you want to get your bobbin and place it so that it's looking this way. Then you need to find a little slit in your bobbin that looks like this. Then you get your thread and you place it through that slit, and you have to find another slit over here, and you go around it and into another little slit over there. After that, you want to pull your thread and make sure that your bobbin is going clockwise. If it's going anti-clockwise, like that, you just repeat the steps, but you place your bobbin in the opposite direction. So you again go through the slit, go around this part, and into the other little slit over there. Then you want to pull it again to check if you've done it correctly. Then, after that, you want to lift up. Then, once you've done that, you can lift up your machine, but before you do that, you need to press your off button to make sure your machine is off. And then you want to lift up your machine like this. And then you get your bobbin and you hold it by this part here, little lever thing. Then you should see your bobbin pointing upwards. And you just place it in just like that. Like that. Or you can also place it in without lifting up your machine. You can just open this to see what you're doing. But you also need to do the same steps here. So again, you place it in, you place it into the little slit here, around, and pull it to make sure it's going clockwise. After you've done that, you just hold it by the hook, and you make sure that the part where you see the bobbin on your bobbin case points upwards. And you just place it in nice and gently. Like that. But you also, sometimes you need to, always need to pull your thread to make sure that your bobbin case doesn't come out. If it does, you just need to push it in harder. Now I'm going to show you how to thread up the machine in general. So first of all, you want to make sure that your machine is off. And then, you get your thread, and you place it through this pre-tension here. You need to place it back to front. You need to do that twice. Again, back to front. After that, you place it through the other pre-tension, and you need to make a 180 degrees turn and place it through the bottom hole here. Now you're on the pre-tension the retention unit. And you need to make a 360-degree turn around the tension unit, and you need to place it through the spring check over here. You also want to pull it gently to make sure that it's working. You can tell if it's working, because when you pull it, it should pull back gently. After that, you want to place it through before you place it into your take-up lever, you need to make sure that your presser foot is down and that you place your thread underneath this hook here. And you want to pull it to check sure that it's still working. Then when you place it through your take-up lever, you need to make sure that your take-up lever is up by just simply pulling the balance wheel towards you. Then when it's fully up, you just simply place your thread through the take-up lever. And you still want to make sure that your check spring is working by simply pulling it. Then you want to place the two threads located on both sides through these two holes. Like this. So you just get the thread and you place it through the hook located on both sides of the take-up lever. Like that. Now I'm going to show you how to place it into the needle. So you simply need to go around this hook here so that it goes inside and it's located in between this heel part. Then you still want to make sure that your spring check is working by pulling. Then you place it through this hole. You want to place it through this hole, which is located just above the needle. Sometimes it can be a bit hard, so you just cut off a little piece of thread. Then you want to lift up your presser foot, and you want to lift up your presser foot so that the spring check doesn't work properly, and you can give yourself a bit more thread. But before you do that, to make your life easier, you just need to turn the balance wheel towards you so that the thread has gone fully up. Then you place your thread into the needle from left to right. And you threaded up your machine. Stop! What the clutch in there? Then in order to marry the threads, you need to hold your thread to your left or to your right, it doesn't really matter. Gently, not tight and pulling it, just gently holding it. Then, after that, you turn the balance wheel towards you, and you keep turning it towards you until you notice that your take-up lever has gone down and fully up. Then you should see a little thread come down from underneath. All you want to do with that is just simply pull it, and your machine then should be ready for sewing. In order to start sewing, you just turn your machine on. You get your material or whatever you want to sew. You simply take down your presser foot and you gently or strongly press the pedal forward. The harder you press your pedal, the faster it will go. Also, at the end, if you want to cut your string, but you don't want to take it out and cut it with scissors, simply you just need to press your pedal with your heel, not gently, because it will just lift up your presser foot. You want to press it hard, and it cuts the thread automatically for you. Now I will tell you about the different modes you can get on a machine. This dial here, that's the stitch length of how small or how big the stitch is. If you want it to be 3mm, you just turn it on to 3. If you want it to be 1mm, you place it on 1. It really depends on what you're sewing, but you can do it whatever stitch you want. Also, there's something called a barrel tack, and that's when it automatically goes back and forth for you once to secure your material. In order to do that, you just press A, B to do it at the front, or C, D to do it at the back. You can adjust your barrel tack, so for example, 8 stitches back and 3 stitches forward at the beginning, and 6 stitches back and 7 stitches forward. If you want to make it different, say for example, if I want it to be 2 stitches forward and 5 stitches back on the beginning, you go underneath A and you dial that number, and you go under B and you dial that number. If you want to have it at the back, say for example, I want 7 inches at the back and 2 stitches at the front going forth, then I just set it underneath C and D. Now I will show you how it works. So you simply just press you just don't really need to do anything. You just simply sew like normal, and it will automatically do it for you, like that. And at the end as well. So then you just simply press hard on the back of your. And if you want to do it at the end, you carry on sewing. You carry on sewing until you reach the end. And once you reach the end, you press hard like you would cut the thread with the heel of your foot. And it will automatically cut the thread for you and reverse it. But you can also, if you don't want to do that, you can just reverse it manually by simply pressing this button over here, but you'll need to turn off your barrel tack. You can do it, you can reverse it manually by simply pressing this button, like that, or just pulling down on this lever, like that. Or, I mean, like, you don't really need to secure it, but sometimes, for example, if you're sewing a bag, you really actually want to, because it makes your bag more secure, and there will be a less chance of it ripping. But if you do, you only want to have it at the beginning or the front. Consew also provides a Juki MO6804S, an overlock machine which can overlock your thread and also sew it like shown here. It's a full threaded machine, but you can also use a free thread. We also have a regular brother S1000 A3 here. It's just regularly for sewing, but it also comes with a free needle position, or built-in needle position. And finally, we have a Juki DDL8100E. Again, it's just another normal sewing machine, except it has a built-in needle position. Hello, thank you for listening. My name was Alex, and I help at Consew. If you would like some more information or buy these machines, just visit consew.com. And we will also do more videos on more machines. Thank you.